Getting a degree in Europe is such an amazing opportunity. You get to study in historic buildings, have access to world-class education, and even get to travel to various European countries on the weekends. However, there are a lot of myths in regards to getting your degree in Europe as an American that may be holding you back. Now, for those of you who don't know me yet, hi, my name's Emily. I'm your study abroad bestie with Beyond the States, and today I'm going to be debunking common myths and misconceptions when it comes to studying in Europe as an American. Now, the first myth I hear all the time is that you need to speak multiple languages to study in Europe. Now, while it can be super helpful to know the local language, and I do highly recommend you learn the local language when you go to get a degree abroad, it is not necessary in order to study and attend lectures at a European university. The reality is that many universities across Europe offer English-taught bachelor's and master's programs that are 100% taught in English. And if you don't want the hassle of having to filter through and find English-taught master's and bachelor's programs in Europe, then I highly recommend you check out our website at Beyond the States. We have a comprehensive database with over 12,600 English-taught bachelor's and master's programs, so you're going to have such a wide variety of amazing programs to choose from that will fit your career and academic goals. Plus, if you do want to learn the local language of the country that you're studying in, most European universities offer language courses and immersion courses so you can fully take advantage of learning the language while you're studying. Next myth we often hear is that studying in Europe is more expensive than studying in the United States. Guys, this literally couldn't be any further from the truth. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Now, of course, tuition prices in Europe vary by country and also whether you choose to go to a private school or a public school. However, overall, tuition in Europe is significantly more affordable and is intended to be accessible for everyone. In countries like Germany, for example, where I studied, tuition can range from as low as $100 per semester to $400 per semester. And if that's not enough to convince you, rent and cost of living is often way more affordable in European cities than it is in the US, which is also going to offset the cost of studying in general. Plus, many European universities offer grants and scholarships specifically geared towards international students. Plus, if you use the FAFSA filter that's specifically on our Beyond the States database, you'll be able to actually find programs in Europe that work with FAFSA. So there's a ton of options for finding financial aid to finance your studies in Europe. Myth 3 that I hear all the time, which I think is due to the way our American brains are wired to think about university, is that you have to be an amazing student to be accepted to a European university. Now, while the admissions process and criteria really varies between university, European universities are a lot more straightforward when it comes to admissions in comparison to the United States. In Europe, you really have a lot of liberty when it comes to choosing which school is the best fit for you, and you don't have these competitive dynamics that exist in the US where you feel like you have to compete with your peers for a spot. European universities have a lot more of a flexible approach when it comes to admissions, so rather being fixated on your GPA or your test scores, they're more interested in hearing about your individual achievements as well as your letter of motivation for attending the university, which is great for international students who may have a completely different educational system or grading scale than in the country they're planning on studying in. Next, another myth I hear all the time is that you're going to feel super isolated from your friends and family when you go to get your degree abroad. Now, while homesickness really comes and goes in waves, and I'm not saying you're never going to be homesick, but we are super fortunate to be living in the 21st century where we have access to FaceTime, Skype, and WhatsApp. So you'll be able to call your friends and family often, and honestly, the time difference between many European countries and the United States isn't so bad. Between California and the time zone I'm currently in, Central European time zone, it's a 9-hour time difference, which means I normally call my family in my afternoon, evening, which normally is around their morning or early afternoon. So you'll be able to make it work, and plus you are going to meet a ton of other fellow like-minded international students when you're getting your degree abroad, and you're gonna end up building up your own community abroad as well. And last but not least, one of the most detrimental fundamental toxic myths I hear about studying in Europe is that you're going to be limited in your career opportunities with a European degree. The truth is that European universities and degrees are highly renowned and accredited worldwide, including in the United States. So you're not going to have any problem finding a job due to your European degree, and in fact, it's going to open up opportunities for you. Being able to put on your CV or resume that you lived abroad and got your degree abroad really speaks volumes to your intercultural communication skills and adaptability, which is something that employers really value. Plus, most European bachelor's and master's program make it a requirement that you do an internship during your studies, which is already going to set you up for some real life work experience. So guys, if you had any doubts about getting your degree abroad, we hope we were able to demystify the process for you. And if you need any additional assistance, resources, or help navigating the process of finding a program abroad that is a great fit for you, then make sure to check out our website and services at Beyond the States. All additional information and links will be in the description, and make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more study abroad content.